If you're having difficulty bringing your raw images into DaVinci Resolve, then there are a few workarounds that you can use that just involve a quick trip into Photoshop so that you can convert the file into a format that DaVinci will recognize. And there's a few different ones that you can use. I'm going to just show you quickly how to get a DNG file, which is a Photoshop raw format called digital negative. Okay, so you can open with Photoshop. Now, Photoshop will open, but you only need to use the Camera Raw viewer because everything you need is pretty much in here. Now, the first thing that you need to be very mindful here is that your image is coming in as 16-bit. So if you see 8-bit or anything lower than 16 down here, just click on it and it will allow you to change the bit depth to 16 bits per channel. Click OK, and instead of opening or done, you go over to Save Image, and Save Image will allow you to take the DNG file, which should be what it's set as default, but you can change it in there to whatever you need. And if you're having compatibility issues, then you might just need to go back down to one of the earlier versions of camera of the raw format. Save a new location, and it should give you an option to choose a folder. I have one here called test DNG. I'm going to click select, and let's give that a name actually. No, can't name it, right, so I'll just leave it as it is for now. Click save, and I can go into DaVinci Resolve now and import that directly. Now I'm in the media section here intentionally, so you can start here if you want and import media, and this one should be the correct one. So click open. They should both be DNG files. Okay, so click open, and it'll take a second maybe to load in. You might just see gray for a second, and when you select that, you should see your information on the right here, and the important one there is that it has a bit depth of 16 bits. So I can test that if I want to now by just going up, creating a timeline, and opening that up in the color page. And a way that I like to just be doubly sure that I'm looking at raw and not a compressed version of the file is to get my selection qualifier tool here, switch off luminance. So remember, you've got your chroma subsampling, which always keeps luminance at full resolution. But if I just sample based on hue and saturation, for example, let's say on this bit of the darker pink here, you should notice that it has a kind of a relatively small kind of pixelating slightly, but not in big chunks, I suppose is the way to put it. And if I open that up, you should see it kind of gradually start to become visible. And if I soften that, it should become even more so. Okay, so what you're looking for is kind of soft, even selections. So that looks like it's going to be pretty good to do secondaries on, which is the whole point of using the raw formats. Now, if the DNG thing just isn't working for you, you can export PNG files as well, but just be doubly sure that they're set to 16 bits per channel, and you do the test here just to make sure that everything comes in and is nicely kind of selectable.